Ain't that just a shit?
Welcome back to Greasy Garage. It's been a while. During this whole time, Ian's been working on the car.
Doesn't look like it, but we're actually kind of doing something.
This is what we have so far for the rear end. What he has planned so far, a monolith. And use these torsions. We're gonna keep it original, or try for that.
For absolute no specific reason, we just figured that we're gonna stick with that because it's there, even though we've changed everything structurally, basically.
Didn't that leaf come in 3 days? In 3 days?
I ordered it on like a Friday and I got it on like a Wednesday, on like that next Wednesday, and it came out of, that comes from the States.
Yeah, so pretty fast for under the circumstances of what we're being hit by everywheres.
There. Where's the rod? So these things came in the disc brake kit. It's for MK1 Cortinas and Anglias. The kit was horrendously expensive, by the way. An aluminum mount for the brake caliper. I think that's a bit of a downside on this kit. Well, it looks okay.
No, depending on where the screw is for that car, you might actually grab the right instead or something. So we'll figure it out.
Why don't they ever give you the bolts?
I don't know. It's never in any of the kits I've ever saw. Usually you just use the same ones. Which is strange because the bolts actually go into the bracket for some vehicles, kind of like that one. As you can see here, he has the left side and the bracket is facing the other way, as you can see by the bleeding nipple. He'll actually have to grab the right one if he decides to put it in that way. Okay, so the hat isn't as far as I thought it was going to be.
We will have to grind that though. It starts to come together.
Yeah.
To fit this under the car, we need something sturdy.
Let's just say he's been working on the rear end a month after the car was here. So it's only coming together right now. This is probably the first time the parts, well, probably not. You probably tried the monolith on there, see if it fit.
I stuck the leaf on there to see what I had to change and figure out, because it never goes together perfect the first time. For underneath the car, I've got this nice beefy plate, 3/16 that I had fabricated at the welding shop, Camo Seafoods here, and I just started trimming and fitting and in and out, in and out, in and out, and now it finally kind of fits nice. So we're going to get that bolted in, and off of that I'm going to make a spring perch that's going to sit right there.
Now this isn't the first kind that had the monolith. So when I went to school, apparently from a teacher, he said that Corvettes had the monoliths too, some other cars. So this isn't definitely the first car that had the monoliths in the back.
I just ordered that monolith.
It's just cheaper with one.
That's a Super Glide monolith for a Ford T-bucket. Mounts, shackles, all that's for an old Ford hot rod off of Speedway Motors, it's called. It's like 3 business days to get from the States to here in Nova Scotia. Fine, make it happen. I didn't get a sticker, but I'm not disappointed.
So when you buy the bracket, does it say what kind of part is compatible with the part for the...
Well, everything comes in the kit. The disc.
Oh, it's all in one kit.
Yeah,
oh, you didn't buy the brackets as is, with like the recommendation of parts needed for it to fit correctly.
Everything comes with what you need. Everything except brake pads, because there's more than one kind of brake pad. If you don't know this, go stand in the road. Some people race, some people don't race.
Yeah.
You don't put racing shoes on a daily driver.
No, because they're actually polar opposite to regular pads.
Right.
regular driving pads work best when cold, and racing pads work well when they're warmer. So they're polar opposites.
I think when you order the kit, you can get better rotors, but that's just what I got. Plain Jane rotors.
And he hasn't been only working on that. Like
No.
like there's a lot of small stuff that we're probably gonna mention in the other video when it's finally done. But he's been working on that. He's been doing that. He's been painting here.
Body fill, body work,
Mostly
control arms.
Mostly painting, painting and fixing holes.
Yeah, basically. Get in there. Yeah. You know, the big beefy stuff. It weighs like actually probably 5 times what the original weighed.
I mean, it doesn't actually look too bad when is there.
Oh, with the ass end of the car jacked up on bigger tires than it needs, it's gonna look sick. Ain't that just a shit? Haven't touched the motor, but I have decided on one. The exhausts aren't going under the car; they're in fact coming out the top. Maybe some whirly boys on there.
Are they? So their prices are dropping?
I think the prices are dropping, mostly because Patrick's gonna buy one, and I'm gonna buy the other. So it's not as bad like that. And it saves us the trouble from piping exhausts under the car because of turbo.
Just have the exhaust come out here and go around.
Turbos count as mufflers, right? We don't need a muffler. Join us next time when we spend all our fucking money on turbos that we don't need on a car that doesn't run.